Hi everyone. Are you a mom that asks yourself, how do I know if my adult child has hit rock bottom? You know, it's not always related to alcohol. Many times it is, but AA is the organization that coined that phrase, I believe, in the very beginning. But we're going to talk about that today. So just want to welcome those of you that are brand new to my channel. Thank you for being here. And I hope that this information blesses you. My name is Sally Harris. I am a mom who walked a difficult road with my own daughter for over a decade. And when her life spiraled, so did mine. So I have a lot to say about hitting rock bottom, etc. And this is going to be a two-part video because I want to talk about rock bottom, and then I want to talk, the next video is going to be talking about misery threshold because I believe there's a difference. And so stay tuned. I hope you hit subscribe so you don't miss part 2. So today, let's talk about some reasons why people in general, not just your child, but maybe it's you yourself, why people hit rock bottom, what's going on in their life that they feel like, or that you may think that they have to hit rock bottom in order to be able to jump forward in life. And so some of that is a big sign of that is extreme isolation. So I'm going to intertwine my story in here in some of these because I think it's relevant in regards to how this all works. Now, isolation is deafening. Isolation is something that no one should do, not you, not your child, not anyone, because that is, you know, when you withdraw from family or friends, cutting off communication with loved ones, that right there could be the reason why your adult child has left. It could be a situation where they are going to hit rock bottom. Maybe there is drugs involved. Maybe there's mental health issues. Maybe there's financial issues. Maybe they've lost a job and they're feeling just defeated. You know, so many times there can be a loss of motivation in life, loss of interest in things that they once loved. And we end up getting to a point where we feel like there's no point of return, right? We feel like we're so stuck. I used to call it living in the pit because that's exactly what it felt like. I can tell you that when I isolated myself, oh my goodness, I isolated myself with alcohol, and I would, honestly, it was easier for me to drink alone than it was to socialize with people and drink socially. While I did both, I did the majority of my drinking alone. Why? Because isolating myself when you're using a substance like that tended to give me, not in a good way, but I focused on the negative things. I focused on my daughter being gone. I focused on any other issues I was having in my life. And it was easier to do that when I was alone because I could just sit in it and focus on it, which I don't recommend, right? We don't want others to be living in that pit. However, the trick here, and the thing that many people get wrong, is that you can't pull someone out of that pit unless they are extending their hand, even halfway, because you can't change another person, and we can't change our children. We can't change our spouses. We can't change our friends, all of our loved ones. We cannot change their choice to live in the pit for a period of time. My daughter, for example, she, had gone through her own situation, and it wasn't until she had a change of heart and made a decision to want to change her life that she got the help she needed. Same with me. Mine came with a health scare. That prompted a decision to really change my life. And without that health scare, would I have kept going with my alcohol use? Very possibly I would have. Sometimes we have to hit that rock bottom, quote unquote rock bottom, to jump up and start living again. And so the biggest thing that you can do for someone is offer support. But my biggest thing that I would say to you as a mom is try not to take it personally when they push you away, when they're not responding to you, when you know that there's some substance abuse, especially in this case. I would encourage you to realize that, extend that hand, extend the hand into the pit, at the tip of the pit, and say, I'm here for you when you're ready. I love you. I'm here for you when you're ready. Now, that doesn't give them the, it doesn't give them, for them to be disrespectful to you. It doesn't give them the right to do that to you. Sometimes a lot of disrespect and a lot of these things come along with substance abuse just because we're not thinking clearly. But at the same time, you deserve respect. And so that's where your boundaries come in. And that's where you have to do that. You keep your boundaries. But I would strongly recommend those things in regards to that, is just keep that hand open, the arms stretched wide. So when they are ready, that you can offer that help that they're going to need. Now, sometimes your son or daughter is going to hit rock bottom and maybe you have no communication with them. But that rock bottom, them being uncomfortable in a situation, for me, it was a health scare. For others who are maybe homeless or they're living on the street or whatever the case may be, they're very uncomfortable. That is going to push them into their rock bottom a little bit faster typically. I'm sure you've heard a lot of stories like that where, you know what, the more parents enable, the more moms enable their children and give them money and make them comfortable, they have no reason to change. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard that. So I would encourage you to really think on that before you do enable anyone with an addiction, because it's just going to, in my opinion, just going to prolong the inevitable of hitting rock bottom, right? So I hope that helps you today, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video, or the next video. We're going to talk about misery threshold. And so I hope that helps you. But I want you to remember that if you are a mom who is going through this situation or any situation with your adult child, and you're ready to get yourself out of your own pit, doesn't mean you have alcohol abuse, but just getting out of your own pit in regards to not taking care of yourself and just letting this whole situation just overrun your own life. When you're ready for that, I want you to click the link below, which is the discovery call. And that is where there's a consultation with me. It's not a coaching call, but it's for those of you that are ready to make change. And I can share with you more on that call, how I can help you. And I want to hear more about your situation so I can make the best recommendation for you. All right, so I'll see you next time. Thank you.